John and Jane went and they got married, whatever, and then they went through their hiccups, and then they said let's quit. They said it's just not going right. It's going left.
Okay.
So
it's going left.
So at this point, let's call it quits. I don't know if they did the prenup, all of that. I have no idea. They said we're done, divorce.
Khalas.
Now you bought her a ring. Okay.
Your marriage ring.
Your marriage ring.
Okay.
It's a materialistic thing.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. And now, at this point, does that ring should be returned to whoever it was given to? Like say that the man bought the ring. Should she return the ring?
No.
She was ready.
Whoa. I mean, if she didn't say it, I was going to say it. So.
No, hold on.
No.
Isn't that the same as materialistic thing? So it has some sentimental value,
I'm hoping not. It's just not a materialistic thing for boys.
It's a
because,
ring.
Yeah, but what comes behind it? The vows, everything. Like
if you give a girl a ring for, when you guys get married. It's literally
everything. Through sickness, through health. You said it. Like, while you're putting it on, like all this stuff came up and now it's just a ring.
But it's done, right? What is that?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Are you gonna hold down to remember the
so let me ask you a question. If I buy you a gift, we stop talking, we're no longer friends. Am I allowed to ask for that gift back?
That's not the same. That's friends.
But the ring is a marriage gift, is it not, to the female?
Yeah.
And when the male gets a ring, it's a gift.
Well, can I actually? I want to confirm that actually. So, is the ring a gift or is it a form of a contract?
Contract.
Like a contract. So I'm giving you this because we're married. So the ring symbolizes the marriage.
Okay.
So is it? Okay. Would you consider it as a gift or would you consider it as a symbol of marriage? And if you're not married, then obviously that ring doesn't show that symbolism. So technically,
I feel like it's a gift at the end of the day.
So you think
Only because there's a lot of cultures where like some of our parents don't even wear, like they don't have a wedding band or a wedding ring.
Yeah.
It's just they're married. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like a ring is a gift, and if I give you a gift, I am not anyone to ask for a gift back.
It's yours. Once I give it to you, it's yours.
Whatever you choose to do, whether it's sell it, whether it's pawn it, whatever you want to do with it, throw it in the river, that's up to you.
I'm with that too. And also the thing of like the ring symbolizing, I feel like a materialistic thing should not symbolize a marriage. That's too far.
But that's what it is, though. Isn't that what a wedding ring is?
No,
that's what society put it as.
That's what society put it as, yeah.
Because some people
so
get
why does it have to be a wedding ring? Why can't it be like a wedding bracelet?
That's fine.
But that's because there's white people or other people who get tattoos of their initials or whatever. That's up to them. Whatever they want their marriage to symbolize, that's between them and their significant other.
But see, that answer kind of comes through like culture, religion, and things like that. Things like that tie into it because let's be honest. I don't know. I don't want to speak for all of us, but like certain people that grew up in certain households, it's like, are you really gonna let a ring symbolize the connection and the marriage between two people? Like a ring. So what happens when it comes off? We're not married?
Fast.
What happens when it comes off? The love is gone?
No, it's not that. You still hold it. You still have it.
You still have it.
Where do you have it? Where you know where it is. Lost it, you go crazy, but you know you have it, so it's still there.
I don't think that's okay. I don't think the ring should be like that important. And back to them, like when they said what'd you say again?
A lot of things.
Like the initial question of should it be returned?
No.
That I don't think it should be returned. Like I personally, like if I were to say I got married, gave her a ring, and then we got divorced. I'm not asking for her back. 100% I'm not asking for her back. I gave it to you.
And if you would take it back, what are you doing with it?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Are you giving it to another female?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with it?
What are you doing with it?
Okay, so what is the girl doing with it?
Yeah, what is
Whatever I want to do with it,
that's
because
the
it was
thing
my
is,
gift.
yeah.
I feel like it's different for everyone. So in my case, I like rings, like a lot. It doesn't have to be a wedding ring. It doesn't have to be any type of ring. I like rings. If I like the ring, I'll keep it. I won't wear it. I'll keep it as a memory. Like I'll just keep it. It's a ring. I like rings.
How about if you get remarried?
It's a ring.
Okay.
But
If
what
I
are you
get
gonna do with it
remarried,
when you get remarried?
if it bothers him, I'll get rid of it.
100%.
100% is gonna bother
Why
him.
is it gonna bother him? Hopefully it doesn't bother him.
But it also depends on what kind of ring it is, because there's females
It's a
who have
wedding ring.
subtle
It's
rings.
a wedding ring though.
But to every person, a wedding ring is different. Like some people just have bands or like simple things, versus some people, like for instance, in my culture, we have simple rings like this that parents wear and they're married. Versus you can have like the whole like now where they have the whole ring like on top. Yeah,
diamond and
they're
everything.
different. You get what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying?
a band. Let's just say, for the sake of this, let's say a wedding band.
Okay. I don't know. I'm keeping it. I'm not giving it back. And if my significant other, my new person, feels the type of way with it, then like I'll get rid of it.
So, but do you have no problem with getting rid of it? But once your significant other says, "Yo, I don't feel comfortable with this,"
I will still have a problem, but like I'll do it to
show
benefit
that
and to show
that
you
person
that
is
your
more important.
feelings are more
Here's a
valid.
question.
So why would you put them in that situation in the first place? Why would you even have to make them feel that?
But I can say the same thing. Why would they put themselves in that situation? Like, why are they that
are you thinking
insecure
like that?
a
Yeah.
ring bothers you that much?
Because you're
It's not-
holding on to the past.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why are you still holding
It's
on
new
to that
beginnings.
thing that gave you that?
It's not just a
memory, that
materialistic
saved-
thing.
It has. It's more
It
than
tells
that.
a story.
Okay,
But
let's go
everybody
back
in
to
my
the
life
question.
will tell a story. Like,
Yeah,
if we're
let's
really
go back
being
to the
technical.
question. You said what was the reason we got divorced for? I feel like that also plays a
Whatever
really
reason,
big role.
but you
Okay,
guys
okay,
went your
okay.
separate-
You said we went our separate ways because we.
there was just no. Let's just say there was no.
We didn't love each other
connection
anymore.
anymore.
No
Okay.
spark
It was
anymore.
gone. It
Okay.
was done.
At one point in my life, I still love that person. And if I care about that person even afterwards, not in that way, but like I'm not in love with that person, I still care about that person. I know I've loved that person at one point and I care about that person. So it's like I don't need, like, I'm not mad or I'm not petty like to get rid of it or whatever. I'm looking at it as another memory, just like I have, like if I had pictures or like any other thing, like it's just a memory. Like
You keep the pictures too?
Wait. Wait, not in my phone, not anywhere like live. I'm not having it
In a
hung
photo
up or
book.
anything.
So you have it in a
In
photo
an
book?
album
In my
or
So
like
you're gonna have it.
basement.
So you're gonna have it in your basement. So you're
100%.
withholding information. This is sneaky. This is sneaky.
You started off with this question.
How are we supposed to?
Because I would have reasons for keeping the pictures. Like for instance, if say I have kids with this person, I'm keeping this picture because whether I like the person or not anymore, this still holds value to my kids and my grandkids or whatever. Like for them, it still holds value. If I don't have kids, then I'll probably remove it because like.
But does
I understand that situation. No, that was good. I understand that situation. That makes sense.
Does a ring give you the same value as a picture? No.
But yo, she's saying if the kids
it's a
have-
memory.
No, but
not
does
gonna
the
show
ring
your
give
ring
value
to
to
the
the
kids.
kids?
Yeah, that holds no value to the kids. I literally said the ring is for me. If I want to keep it, I'm keeping it. If I want to remove it, I'm removing it. If I want to sell it, I'm selling it. But it's my choice.
Actually, if I had kids with him, and like I keep the ring to give it to my kids, like I pass it on. Why not?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's a different story.
That's different.
But it wasn't even done. Let me go back. What I
Alright,
said,
go
okay?
ahead.
Because like
Nah,
I don't want you guys
you threw
taking
us
me.
off,
Yeah. Okay. Wait, what was I saying?
The pictures. You said if you had pictures.
No. It was, okay, memory. So at one point in my life, like I said, I love that person. I believe like the person I marry is gonna be my best friend before I marry that person. So then again, remove the whole marriage. Now this is my best friend. Like this is still someone who meant something to me or means something to me in my life, and something I'm gonna want to. What?
Nah.
He was ready. Like,
Hold on. So wait, after like you guys got married and got divorced, but the person's still your best friend.
Not still my best friend. At one point was my best friend. At one point was someone I loved and cared about.
So wait, what are you saying? Like, is there a problem of the after? What's gonna happen after?
What do you mean?
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay, like I mean that we're divorced.
okay.
But you still meant something to me at one point in my life.
Okay.
So it's a memory for me and I don't mind keeping it. It doesn't mean like anything present, and with my present situation doesn't mean anything. But if I held you close to my heart at one point, I don't mind keeping a memory.
Okay. So
You know what I mean?
of the ring, right?
Oh, it doesn't have to be it could be anything. Like it doesn't have to be the ring. If it's
So-
something that Okay, go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead. If
I
it's
don't
something
remember.
okay, so let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. What if it's the guy going through the situation?
Yeah.
How's the wife gonna feel?
What do you mean?
Oh, why did I not even think of that?
Because I thought about that. Because I thought
you were
about that.
listening.
Yeah, wait, I lost. You lost me. What?
Okay. So the situation of
She got him a ring.
yeah, she
Or
got
a car, something more symbolic, like a car.
That's what I was gonna say. A car too.
A car is different.
No, a car
How's
is
that
different.
different?
fam.
Whatever it means, it
money,
means
how
whatever
you
you're
use
giving.
a car,
Whatever you're
Okay,
giving.
but like a car, like yo, if I'm married and then I got divorced and then I got remarried and the person from before got me a car, what? My wife's gonna look at me like, are you stupid? Why are you giving away that car?
But
But why is it any different? Like it's still something.
It's
And what
whatever
if the
the
ring was a
person
rock? It was
chose
bands.
to
What if it
value.
was?
But does the car really mean anything?
Does the ring really mean it? Like,
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's
It's the
all
same
what
thing.
you decide to
value
do with it.
something, then it's whatever I value. Like,
And however you
me and
take
her
it.
can value two different things.
in
Okay.
different
Like
ways.
a car can mean more to her than the ring, versus to me, like a ring can be like, yo, are you stupid? Like that ring is mine, and like that's it. Period.
Okay.
Versus to her, the car can be like, give that shit back. Like
Okay, let's leave the car. I don't even know how a car got in.
no,
I don't know how a car got in
Let's just
here.
say a ring.
Just say
Who
a
said
ring.
car?
Let's-
Who said
yeah,
car?
you
said
said
car.
you like cars.
Not to do devil's advocate. Can I say one thing? It's like, okay, if you love someone, you love them fully, right? Mm-hmm. When you hold on to something, I feel like you're kind of taking away that love because you're remembering.
You're
the
reserving
past.
that love.
Yeah, it's just like
Right.
The fact that I have to remember my past and I have you, I feel like that's disrespectful. Because if you mean the world to me, it's like I reserved like a small little island for someone.
Can I call you Cupid?
No, it's not Cupid.
Nah,
It's
so
just
you
like-
really have those love talks.
Yeah.
So you know how to
No,
play
but
with those
no,
words.
isn't it
I'll
true?
call you Cupid, fam.
I'm reserving something.
Shoot
I'm
some
like,
arrows at this guy.
I'm shitting on your land. That's what I'm doing.
Wait,
the
wait,
world
hold
is
on, hold
yours.
on.
I don't know what.
Yeah,
No,
hold
not
on,
Cupid.
hold on. The world is yours.
We're talking about something else.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. All I heard was I'm shitting on your land.
No, it's like no, I'm disrespecting you. Like if,
Okay, like is it no?
It's a form of expression.
Well, that's what I was gonna get back to. I feel like it's a respect thing too. Like
It's like-
disrespecting it as
respecting,
well.
Plus, if you're holding on to the past,
But why is it holding on
But
to
why
the
is-
past?
yeah, why
Like,
is
why
that
is it
so
holding
why
on?
do you remember it?
Hold
That's
on,
in the
hold on,
past.
hold on.
Remember so
Can
many
you
different
get-
things. And first of all, our past is what makes us us. So you
Right,
can't
right,
just
right, right.
completely
Exactly.
okay, forget about the past.
Okay.
Like it's there, it's gonna be there, it's history, like it's a part of you. It's gonna
But
be
you
a story
control
that's
what you
brought up
remember, though.
one day or another. And who's to even say this next guy that I'm with? Okay, obviously, like I'm like hoping that it lasts, but what if that doesn't last? Like it just continuous cycle of you having to
refresh.
kind of refresh and try to ignore your past because of this new person that keeps coming into your life. Like, why can't you just know your life for what it is and value certain things the way you want to value them without disrespecting that person? Like if I don't think it's disrespect, I don't feel like you should. Like you should trust me enough to know, like, yo, like it's you. Like, and you know.
So would you not take it as disrespect? Say you got married to someone that was
previously married.
that was previously married. Thank you.
Okay.
And then they are still holding on to the ring. Do you have a problem with that?
If he's
No.
still wearing the ring, I have a problem with that. If he's flashing the ring in my face, I have a problem with that.
No, but he's still-
if he just has the ring and
It's in
I
the
barely
house,
see
he
it,
still
and
has
he's-
it.
that's fine.
How about if he likes wearing it?
What?
How about if he likes
But
wearing
what are
it?
you
No, but
wearing?
that's disrespect.
I can
That's
get you
disrespect.
one.
Picky, like a
disrespect.
picky, like
I can get you
No,
one.
that's
That's yeah.
disrespect.
Like I can
That's
get you one
disrespect,
for your
fam.
picky. And then this ring and
I'm
that
pretty
this
sure
ring.
if
I can
it
get
was the other
you
way
one.
around, would you guys still wear it? Like while you're with him?
Was
I
it a new
never
person?
Yeah.
bring it. I
No
never.
way.
That's disrespect. That's not
actually-
that
that is
question.
not-
That question's
that's
out of
why.
line. That question's out of line.
If I'm
why.
being hella petty, like I'm trying to get you divorce me too, then I'll wear it.
Literally, like if
Why
that's
are you
the
trying to get him to
case.
divorce you?
Literally,
Like, why
that's
else
the
would
only
I be
way.
wearing my
Yeah.
ex's ring? Like,
Yeah.
why?
No, I know. No, it's stupid. But he brought up the question. I just want to clarify it. It's not, that's out of line. That's stupid. But you would have no problem with the man just holding on to the ring.
No, just like if it were a car, like yo,
like you see it
ride me
sometimes.
around in it. Even let's go. Like where
Like
do
you
need to
see
go?
it. Like
Yeah,
you
because
see
that's
the
me
ring sometimes.
acknowledging his past. It exists. Like it happened. I know about it. Like if I didn't know it
Honest
existed,
presence,
I
that's all
think
that matters.
Let's create something new. Let's start
Right.
we can create something new, but
No,
that
but
doesn't
you
mean
reserve that little small ink, that
To be
tiny whatever.
continued.
Whatever
There's
that.
no way, no way.
Too deep into it.
No, it's not. Hold on. Here's his hand up.
The fact that little thing symbols that old love that exists in the world. Why would you want that in the world? I want that out of here. I don't
Because
want
you
that
have
in
a
my
new
life.
person.
Okay,
she
but
said-
that's like you removing love. Like for instance, if I have an ex-friend right now, just simple as a friend, I still love that person. I might not be able to talk to you or like tolerate you anymore, but I still have mad love for you. Like you still carried, like you made me who I am today. Whatever reason we broke up, the reason we're not together as friends, whatever, you taught me something, and I appreciate you. I respect you for that, and thank you for that chapter of my life. And I'm gonna hold on to those memories because that's me now. Like that's who I am now. And that's it, and I'm moving forward.
Yeah,
then again, like it's different too.
But do you need something to hold on to that? Do you need do you need to hold it, or can you just have that memory?
It's appreciation. And I'm not gonna
you
deny that.
you don't want to move forward without on bad terms. Like it's always like
You're not on bad terms though. You can close it off on good terms.
That's the reason why I want to
to
keep it even more if it was on good terms, because that was, like I said, like my friend, and we ended stuff off in a good way. Like a lot of people can't do that. They can't end off. So there's always like something that they're bringing up to find against that person. If we can end off in a good way and we're fine, obviously I wouldn't like have you in my life, because then I feel like it's disrespect. But from afar, like I appreciate everything you've done for me. Thank you. I'm keeping the ring.
But okay, so let me ask you. I'm sorry. I know you're able to say something. So let me ask you. So the fact that you still have that ring, you're telling me every time you look at that ring, there's not a single thought of that guy coming into your head?
Of course there's. No, every single time.
There's so many things
that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But
and I'm also saying it's not gonna be sitting there on our dresser that we both come to.
Of course.
But it's hidden.
But you know that you have it. You know that you have it. And sometimes when you see it, you reminisce. Like if you come to it, you look at it and you reminisce. Like damn,
I
we had some good times, and I never saw this in so long. But it's like we know you can't. We know that thought is always gonna come to your head. But like, why not minimize that thought and avoid that with not having that ring?
It's like you're holding on to the future, but you're holding on to the past at the same time.
I have a question.
And you're getting tugged here and here.
I want to hear your question.
Okay, so you're saying that's how much value right now we're putting into the ring.
Right.
So whether it's a picture I have and the ring's on, whether it's my wedding dress, my first wedding dress, I don't want to get rid of it. It has nothing to do with the guy, but when I see that wedding dress, I'm going to remember my first wedding dress and who was with me. When I talk about my first marriage, that guy's still there.
It's
whether the ring is physically there, a picture of the ring is there. Yeah. My friends will bring up, like my friends who were friends with us at the time when I was married to someone else, it's going to come up. Yep. So why am I denying something? That's my story. You know what I'm saying? So why am I denying that it happened? And whether we put a value to a ring, a value to a dress, a value to a photo, it all happened. That's my story. That's my past. And I feel like if the new person doesn't accept it, then it's like, you need to work on yourself too.
And I think if I ever came to the point where I'd actually like be looking at it and start to reminisce, that's when I'll know, okay, this is becoming toxic for me, and then I'll remove it out of my life. But if I don't feel that way and I know why I have it and I know the reasons why I'm keeping it, I think I'm fine.
You don't think it'll ever get to that point though?
No.
Where you look at it and think it's toxic?
No, especially the guy that I have right now.
Like we're humans. Like,
I feel like it's the
thoughts
same.
gonna come into your head. Like,
but it's gonna come into your head regardless of like daily things that you're going through. Like it's gonna come up. It's life. Like it happens. You make memories with people. And
but the new person's their job is to make you forget the past though.
No way.
So
I don't think so.
That's toxic.
Yeah, that's
why is that toxic?
Why is that toxic?
You said forget the past.
Not like literally forget the past, but like
not forget the past, but like
bigger and better things.
Kind of create new memories. Of course, you're not gonna forget the past. No, that's impossible. You can't forget the past.
Okay, but then that's like you creating a toxic environment for me, because that means when I'm around you, I have to deny my truths. So like whether it's me remembering, okay, so like we drove by on Shepherd and like I used to live here, Matt. I have to deny like even thinking about her just for you to feel
awkward. Even,
and it's like that's the truth though. That's my truth. That's what goes on.
No, you don't have to deny it, but you can have that thought. But
so what's wrong with me vocalizing my thought and me keeping my thought to my head? Like if we're in a relationship together, like you should be able to like love me for everything, like my past and everything. So whether I talk about like that's like saying you're not allowed to talk about your ex. You're not allowed to talk about things he's done.
But is he allowed to chill? Is he allowed to chill with his ex?
Oh,
okay.
Like,
no.
Are you a sheikh? Like, are you like giving something? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
No, you can't be chilling with your ex. You can't be chilling with your ex. Under no circumstances.
What's the difference
Get a new job.
What's the difference between holding on to things that your ex is giving you?
No.
That's the point. It's the memories. It's not about. I don't need to talk
them in person, fam. Anything can happen at that point.
Like, whoa, like no way.
I see it as the same thing. Because at the end of the day, how about if you're cool with that person?
No.
You're just not with them, but you're cool with them. That's your friend.
I'd still distance myself from that person because I know how my current situation would feel about it.
You shouldn't have.
But I know my memories. Like I still know. Like what we had and what it's been.
I'm kind of
that's
with
where it's
you on
stopping.
this.
I feel like it's the same thing.
It's cut off.
I feel like it's the same
pretty
thing.
much- Yeah, this is what I'm understanding, but I agree with their point of view.
Disappointed in you,
no,
sir.
whether it's a sentimental value, whatever, it has memory to it, good or bad. It builds who you are today.
Right.
Okay.
100%.
And you can't say if it's bad and you just be like, all right, screw it, because out of that badness, you are here today and like you build your new personality, right? So you appreciate that. But if it becomes like, as she said, if it's toxic enough, like that, you're thinking about it like crazy and all that, and like, you know, like you start second doubting like your new husband or whatever. Yeah, that
Get rid of
point.
it.
Get rid of it.
Okay, I know
But
the
it's-
script is flipped.
Okay. They kind of flip the script.
Yeah, yo,
If a man's wearing,
flip it.
let me think of something. What is something that girls would give a guy?
Hold on, shoes.
Yo,
A
that's
hoodie,
shoes.
a necklace.
No,
Question.
a chain.
Question.
Yeah, a chain. Okay.
Why are man's getting chains?
Why not?
You're leash. You're leash. You're leash. You have to go. Come back here.
A man's getting a chain.
So let's say a girl, okay, she gave her man the chain.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I'm asking you. I'm gonna ask them. My bad.
He said, all right.
I just took that. I didn't realize your question. I thought it's gonna be a hypothetical question.
So let's say you got him a chain.
Okay.
No, not you or his ex.
Okay.
Now you know you're with him now. Are you letting him wear that same chain?
No.
Yeah.
Why is he wearing it? You can have it. Keep it.
But he's
Keep
not-
it in the drawer. You can wear my chain that I got you. How
No,
about
but
that?
how about he wants to wear it because he likes that chain. That's his favorite
I'll
chain.
get you one that looks exactly like it. Don't
No,
worry.
but then
Keep that one in the
now
drawer.
he's gonna think of
the
my
same-
girl got me this chain
It's the
because he's replacing the chain that my ex got me.
Trust
So
me,
it's
it's
connected.
I would allow him to
Connected.
wear it.
Is it
I
you?
would allow him to wear it.
You'll let him wear it.
Yeah, it's just a chain. If I'm gonna go out and spend the same money to get you a new chain, are we just hiding over the truth, or like are we actually solving a problem?
Okay, so you're cool with vice versa. You could wear your ex's stuff, he could wear his ex's stuff.
100%. It's material. It holds no value unless I give it value. Like if I say, yo, that chain, like she got it for you, and that was your guys' first anniversary, and you have this whole story over it,
Like if
then I'll have a
she
problem.
got him that chain because that was his first kiss.
Okay, that's fine. His first kiss exists regardless, whether he has it in a
But it's in a
box or
symbol
whatever.
form. It's in a symbol form.
Or
Imagine.
like a kiss.
No. But like that chain now represents that
All
first
I gotta
kiss.
say is, mashallah for your thing. I would never be able to look past those things like that. Like, yo, she's wearing it in front of me like that.
Like, you know that
that's
chain
the-
represents that.
That's
There's
the
no
memory
kiss,
and the
though.
representation. Nah, mashallah for you.
And also depends. If it's just a plain chain, like honestly, okay,
That's
so
what I'm
I'm
saying.
It's a
Like,
plain
it
chain.
means
It's a plain
nothing.
chain.
No, but that's what a
But it
ring comes
represents.
with.
It represents.
so much. It has so much
Nah, my
value.
nigga, keep it in the drawer.
fine.
You can wear mine.
The only reason
Drawer.
you get a wedding ring is because if you're coming together with a person because of whatever. If you throw that out, or if you just look at it and it has no value, you're just a dead person inside.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
There's no
Like, you
point
just-
of keeping
No one's
it.
saying,
You know what I
like,
mean?
From the girl's perspective, what's
if
the
it
point of
holds
keeping it?
value to him, where the point is every time like he thinks of it, it's like, oh my god, the day I got this, da da da. Then okay, we're gonna have a problem. And if he vocalizes that to me, then we'll have a problem. But if he doesn't
Right.
tell me, then that's just a necklace. For all I care, like
But a
it,
wedding ring,
Okay,
the
but
only
wedding ring.
reason you get a wedding band, wedding ring, whatever it is because of that one main reason. It's
Yeah,
not,
because
like
the
he's
marriage-
not wearing it. If
Okay,
he
but how
just
many he
has,
wants it? He wants it for memories.
so remember,
What?
that's the truth. It's your truth.
No, he wants it back though. The guy who gave it to you,
Oh, from me.
he wants the ring back so he could have the memories.
Oh.
It doesn't work like that because you didn't have it for memories to begin
Yeah,
with. It was
like-
on my hand.
No, because he was
No,
looking
but
at
he
it on your
bought it. He
hand.
was
Looking
looking
at it
at
on your hand, but now he
Like,
has
Okay, so should I cut my finger off too? Like,
Like,
you want
take
the
it.
No, he just wants the ring.
No, he just wants the ring. It's the ring.
We don't remember the finger.
For him to remember. For him to remember.
But you're remembering it on my hand, so that means you want the hand too.
But I'm
Yeah,
also-
I'm
no, no, no,
giving
also
you the
remembering-
hand.
I'm also remembering when I first went in, I looked at it
Yeah, I
like
got
a
it
couple
from
months
the-
before.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's
Go
the
back
one
to
I'm
the
gonna get
store and
her.
look at it again.
Nah, you can't joking. Like,
If my ex wanted the ring back, then it shows me who he was from the jump, and I'm glad I left. If I'm being honest,
If he asks for it back?
yeah.
Really?
Then
Yeah,
I know
low-key.
I left a very good like.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
on your
wow.
mind. You're thinking
Because
about
that
having
means
it back?
everything that you've ever bought me or you've bought somebody, like in the back of your head, you've always thought like, if this doesn't work, I want it back. I don't want that energy next
Okay,
time.
I'm
He says
not
something
thinking
like
like
that.
that.
How
I
about he
was
says keep everything except the ring?
No, because I said it from
Give
before. I said it from the get. Like, I wouldn't ask for anything back. I was just playing devil's advocate. That's you.
No, why? I'm doing that.
No,
Why are you trying to get me in trouble?
No, I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
Chill,
I don't know what
chill,
trouble
chill,
to you.
No, I feel like you can kind of have it both ways. Like where both of you guys get satisfied. If you guys really truly cared for each other, and then you guys are separating and you guys really want to make amends, I feel like there's a middle ground. It's not like one person needs to have it or this person needs to have it. First off, if you're a guy, why do you need it?
Why you unless you're trying to give it to your next girl?
Yeah,
that's just
that could be a potential.
That's
give it to the next girl.
The only time he should ask for it back is if that's a family heirloom, like his grandma, mom.
Right.
Then 100% I'm giving it back to you. I don't even want it. But if we have kids, I'm keeping it because that means your son can have it. Whether I have a daughter with you, she can have it.
Right.
If we have no kids, take the ring back. I don't want to be a part of your family. That's why I left, right?
Ooh,
So like,
So you want to get the ring back?
if it was a family heirloom, 100%,
no.
you get that shit back.
Oh, okay. Now, how about if it wasn't and there's no
I'm
kids?
keeping it.
No. How about if he asks for it back?
Why does
honestly,
he
though,
want
I'm
it
the type
back?
of person if someone asks for something, like fine,
I'll throw it in his
like,
face.
Yeah, like honestly,
I
have
was
it. But like the fact that you're asking is like bothering me. Like why are you?
But I'm
asking?
petty,
You
so
gave
I'd
it.
probably like throw it. Like none of us are getting it.
No, I'll give it back. No, I'll give it back.
Like you're petty to ask for it back. Like you bought it for me, now you're saying, okay, so time's
Give it
expired.
back.
Like we're
How does
divorced
this no
now.
disrespect?
I'm taking it back.
Do you ask for
there's
your
no
time
disrespect?
back?
How
Do
do
you ask
you-
for your time back?
No,
Do you ask for
no,
other
no.
stuff?
Yeah, like I watched all these years of my
I
life.
was asking for one thing. No, how did it turn into this?
This guy just bouncing sides.
I'm on my own side right
Are
now.
you a pet buddy? You're just hopping
There's a lot
everywhere.
of facts going.
All right, say something.
Can I say something? I feel like when I was going back to saying middle ground, I feel like the best thing is kind of like no one has it, but you find out.
What do you mean no one has what?
No one
Where's it
has
going?
it.
Has what?
You do something with
Yeah,
it.
you do
Yeah.
something with it where like both of you guys could get positive things out of
that's
it.
fine.
Okay, you donate the money
Burn it.
towards
That's fine
someone.
too. Yeah, that's
Oh, so you sell it and then donate the money to or something.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
if I valued, we taught each other something. You know, at the end of the day, we gave each other time or whatever, right? I feel like both of us should be able to give something to someone else.
Okay.
Inshallah, I'm at that
But isn't that
headspace.
person
Type
entitled to that
if
gift?
that happens.
Isn't that person entitled to that
Nah,
gift?
I don't believe people are entitled to gifts that they gave. I don't
Well, no,
believe
but
that.
how about if it wasn't even a gift to begin with?
So what is it?
What is it?
How about if it was just a symbol of marriage to symbolize that we're married?
But then you both of you
because
would
then
have
I'm
it.
your property type stuff,
Not
right?
really.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa,
so
whoa.
Like I feel like
Like
that's what it means.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an
I'm
example.
marrying you, so everyone knows I married you. Like that's my ring
You're
type
married,
shit, right?
yeah. You're like if you're working for a company and they give you a company card,
Okay.
that's not yours. You can't
100%.
move. You can't move. You can move it like it's yours, but at the end of the day, it's not yours.
It's mine within the work hours.
Within the work
Right.
hours. So there's rules,
Okay.
right? So now when you're no longer working with that company, you're not gonna say, yeah, but I'm not giving you the car back.
Okay, but
I've
that's
been-
because
I've been here for
thinking, like-
5 years.
But I'm already
I've
aware
sacrificed
that
so
this
much
might
for the
happen.
company.
There's a
to an
chance,
end.
yeah, like that. This is
I'm
like,
aware of that.
But you're
No, you
telling
don't
me
know that it might come to
forever.
you. You might stay there.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean, like
you
you
might-
have it in the back of your head that this
I'm
might not
aware
be my
that
job
this
forever.
is the
like-
company's card. This is not something the company gave me to keep. Like sometimes companies give you a pen, right? When you quit or get fired, they don't say, "Oh, I gave you a pen when you started. I want the pen back."
Yeah.
Versus, I gave you a company car while you're employed at this company. You get to use it. Two different things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So how about if the ring is like, yo, as long as you stayed married to me, this is ring is
If
yours.
he states
If
that
he
in
states
the
that,
beginning,
I don't want it.
No.
What?
And no. No, that is 100% true. No. Why would a guy ever think that in the beginning?
That's
First
what I'm
off?
saying. That toxic energy.
As long as
use
we
it.
get
That's
married,
for
negative
else.
stuff.
I'm not. No, the fact that you're thinking that in your mind, that's toxic.
No.
It's literally toxic.
My bad. The way I worded it is like, yo,
until we're married, it's yours.
Until the
type thing.
divorce
Is that what
happens,
that's-
like-
something like that.
Isn't that like you kind of saying that, hey, we might get divorced
Yeah.
and putting it out there in the world? Why would you want to do that? If you're telling this person you're mine forever, you're till death
Because
do
a
us
prenup,
part.
a prenup is basically the same thing. A prenup is like, yo, you're not saying that it might end, but just to be safe,
Yeah.
in case it does end, you want
Yo.
to take precautionary
Yes,
measures.
trust.
Not
That's
saying-
like-
There's no
man,
trust.
man,
There's
man,
no
man,
trust.
lawyer, right?
That's why I'm married.
Yeah, there's no
Trust.
trust. There's no
Trust.
trust. That's trust. That's trust.
There's no trust if there's a
But yo,
prenup.
listen, we can't talk
Yeah,
about prenups. That's a
Yeah,
big
like-
Yeah,
whole
that's
different
not
topic
getting
still.
to that.
What is it?
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying a prenup. So
If you put a prenup on the table, there's no
Prenup is no trust, fam.
Yeah, that's what it
You're already
means.
expecting
I'm walking
me.
on thin ice with my marriage already
Prenup
from the
is no
jump.
trust.
Yeah.
With that prenup.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I mean, it depends. It depends. Like if someone's all right, whatever. That's another
That's a
topic.
different topic.
It's a different topic anyway.
I want to go back to what you're saying. I don't know why, but it stayed in my head when you said
If he says
when
it in
you
the
said
beginning?
no, nah, not that part, not even that part. When you said, yo, say we're in the car, right, and you're driving, you'd be like, oh, I remember this place. I was with him and whatever at this place before, and it's like you said, am I supposed to get rid of my thoughts and not vocalize it type thing? But then I feel like it's also a respect thing as to like why are you vocalizing it? Why are you telling me this? What benefit is there gonna be out of this conversation of you telling me this?
Okay, but what if it was another person, like a friend? Oh yeah, me and my friend did this at Shepherd.
Yeah,
then it's okay for me to say it. But I'm not allowed to say it because it was him. But that's what she means by you're not letting me tell my truth. Like if it's what I'm thinking, why can't I say it out loud? Isn't that what you want to know? Don't you want to know everything that's going on with me? What's happening in here and what's happening outside? If you want to know everything, you should be able to handle everything.
And if you can't handle it, then
and I feel like
start an environment where you are expecting to have everything open on the ground, and it's like, okay, I wasn't ready for this part of you, or like a certain time a female starts acting a certain way, it's like, okay, I didn't sign up for all that. But then you're saying you signed up to be with me, but you're not taking everything with me. Like there's too much baggage here.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
But guys,
it'll look weird. Wouldn't it look weird? Imagine you're saying, oh, I remember this, and then the guy's saying, oh, I remember when this happened, and then now you guys are just both talking about your past. Like it's just and then both you guys are just living in backwards.
That's it happening every day versus like I'm not gonna go telling you okay, so when I first married this guy I moved here and I lived here. No, but like if I'm in that area and I'm like, yo, that was my first apartment, it's just a fact, like that's all it is. Versus if I start saying this happened when I was here and now we have a problem. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm giving you details and stuff, then
Can I switch it up just a little bit? Because right now we're kind of like in the materialistic stuff. But yo,
that's not materialistic.
No, like it's like the ring. It's like you're bringing in memory and everything.
Okay, I'll do so.
But what if you do this? Like, so now, say you're just a galo, you know?
Oh, sorry?
What?
Everybody understood that.
No, I didn't.
I don't know what that is. Fam,
Say for example, you're
non-Muslim.
Exactly.
Non-Muslim.
Okay, exactly.
There you go.
What the? Why do you say that word?
It was Somalia.
So for example, say you're that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You get a tattoo because you know obviously Muslims are not allowed to get a tattoo. You get a tattoo on your ring finger.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And that's your wedding band
Symbol.
or wedding symbol.
Right.
Are you gonna remove that after you're done?
No.
Excellent.
That's
not excellent.
No, that's not excellent.
That's not excellent.
Because technically a ring you can take off.
You can tattoo you have. But no, let's say that you say that's your approach and that's what you do. And now for me, I finished whatever we ended off. Am I gonna go and take off that?
And I'm allowed to get tattoos and stuff?
No,
You get a cover up. Right,
a cover up, like
you can get your past. You can get a cover up. It's your past.
Isn't that? So now
you're overriding your...
No, but that's on the ring finger. So that's like me saying, okay, I'm gonna wear my ex's ring and I'm gonna wear the other ring on top of it. So But
what's the difference? You have the old ring and the new ring, and you're still.
So if you have the tattoo on the back of your shoulder, you have your ex's name. By all means, you're wearing a shirt. It's okay, but on your ring finger, meaning you're gonna have people. So you have two wives or something. Like
you understood
what? Wait. Ex's name on the back. It's okay.
No, I'm not. No,
that's fine. It can get covered. Like I won't see it. It's not bothering me. Versus you're gonna go in the world and you're gonna have your ex's name here, and then you're gonna put my ring on. Oh, so like, what does this define? And you're gonna
this defines my new wife. This defines my ex-wife.
Okay, so every day you're gonna tell people that. It's gonna make me get into a toxic mind space, and I'm telling you what I know for me.
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna go down a toxic thing. I'm gonna let you know I'm not comfortable. I don't like it. And if you decide to keep it, by all means keep it. But like I'm gonna remove myself because I want to stay in a positive mind space.
Because both is showing at the same time.
But I thought you're covering it up with the ring, so you won't see it.
No, I meant to cover up like another tattoo on it. Like it's still there, but there's a lot of stuff on top of it. You know what I mean?
And then you put your other guys. Yeah. But that memory is still there, kind of.
That memory still
because the other ring is still there too. It's not.
I know it's there. We're not denying that it happened. It just doesn't make me comfortable seeing her initials or whatever there.
So then why with the ring you will hold on?
Because I'm not going to flash it in your face every day.
Yep. So if you get a cover up, you don't know that that's what it is.
Versus it's just there, like it's a memory, like it's in a box, like it's there.
It happened.
But doesn't that change it up? Right now you're gonna go and see this value when you get that feeling of.
But I won't get that feeling. It's just there to acknowledge that was my past. Like
your past,
you have childhood. I have toys from my childhood that I won't throw because there was just a memory. Like I have a picture of it and like that's it. Like that's the greatest toy I've had as a child and I'm leaving it. Whether it doesn't matter who bought it for me, where it came from, whether I stole it, whatever it was, that toy was like, I'm not getting rid of it. Do I ever see it? No, it sits in my storage room. I've never seen it since like the day I moved back into this new apartment, but I'm not throwing it away either.
But I feel like it's like a waste.
Why is it a waste?
The ring, if it's not being used for what it's meant for, and if it's just sitting in a closet and it's barely even being seen, it's like, what's the point? You're just holding on to something like just for the sake of holding it.
Yeah, and that's my choice.
It's my story, and when my story needs to be told, it's there for me for it to be told. But like I'm saying, like I don't need it.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, so like I said, like when my kids come and I'm explaining my life to my kid, I'm the type of person where I'm gonna like show my kids everything that I did, and I'm gonna tell them my story to help them understand that like it's life. Things happen in life. You get through them. Like a lot of like people make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. So I'm gonna give them my life experiences to make them feel like, hey, you're not alone. Like it happens. I've been through stuff. You're gonna go through stuff. It's life. It's all on how you like take it and how you go about it.
Those you can tell with pictures. Like you can show pictures and say,
so
this
why
is
is it
my
now
past.
different? You just said pictures and rings. Like
No, because pictures. It makes sense. It's like if you have pictures of, it's weird to still have pictures of your ex.
no, but see
Even
now,
after you
But like it depends on what type of picture. If we're in front of a palm tree because we went on vacation and it's like it's just a normal picture. Okay, if there's a picture where we're all up on each other and stuff like that, that does not need to be there. That can go. That kind of stuff.
So vice versa. If the guy has a picture,
with friends and we're in a picture with friends.
100%.
So vice
Same
versa, if
shit.
the guy has a picture with his
And they're
ex-wife.
standing like
If
this.
I can tell a story that you guys are friends in that picture, it's okay.
No, how about no
Yeah,
friends?
that's
They're
true.
just
If you
both,
look so
both of them
good, why am I
together.
gonna make you throw away a picture? You
No,
look
both
so
of them
good.
together. They're traveling. They're travel.
Why is that
They were a
picture such a
travel
big
couple.
thing?
Because it's
travel
a
just
means stuff to
memory.
people.
Can't you just hold that memory in your
I'm
head?
the type of person I really can't. Like I live through pictures and I live through stuff. I have to look back at stuff to remember, even like because my memory is so bad. So I love
My memory
having
is bad too.
I love having pictures and videos. I need it.
So
to
he can
look
have
back and
pictures. He can
remember.
have pictures too of him and his ex-wife in front of
Why are you doing
Paris,
this?
Italy.
Why are you doing
See, but
this?
she
No,
said
because
it
they were
depends
married.
on the picture.
Yeah,
like
they're
if
together.
they look like friends in the picture, that's fine.
But-
But if you look booed up, no way.
But no,
Delete it.
that's but
They may look like friends, but
that's
when
history.
you look
You're
at it,
deleting
you
history.
know they're not
No,
just
at
friends.
that moment they
That's
took the picture.
fine. But
That's
when
fine.
I'm
It's what's being
telling,
portrayed in the
when I'm
picture.
gonna go tell my kids or whatever,
Well, yeah, you
that
gotta-
doesn't need.
Are you not gonna say that I was married?
Yeah,
at
you
that
were.
point.
It
It's the
is-
same thing if you're putting your hand over it, whatever. You're still married.
But
So
it's
are you-
easier
it's
for
the
their
same way. Are you gonna
kids.
go
You need
tell
to remember
your
their kids.
parents,
So
are you
whatever
gonna
they
go show them
see
an
is what they
explicit photo?
believe.
No, I'm actually
No,
not
it's
gonna
not
tell them
about- and say you're
I
at a
wouldn't bring it up.
location, one picture, like
Bring it up.
it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
well,
what's
If
the
you're
point?
if you're side by side, or if like you're up on each other, it's the same thing.
No.
You guys were at that moment married, and that memory of you guys being married is in that picture.
But I promise you, you probably have a lot of pictures. We can throw those ones out, and we can keep the ones where we're standing like this.
Which
Like,
couple?
Okay, I don't obviously mean standing like this.
like this when I taking a picture like this?
Okay, I don't mean like
Stiff, straight, just like this. Honey, you remember us when we were super stiff in that picture? Yeah.
Every picture's gonna be like. Can we show them? Can we show them up?
No,
Show them, bro.
we have never been in a relationship.
Okay, yo, to be honest, like if let's just bring it back. Me personally, I don't believe on holding on to the past. Like I don't believe on holding on to pictures or materialistic anything. But the memory and the experience and what that person taught you, that's valuable. 100%. That's valuable. It's a memory. But me personally, I don't believe in holding on to materialistic.
So once it becomes tangible, you mean like that's you don't care for it?
Look like you're about to say something.
I really bite it myself.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. For me, it's just I don't see a point in the pictures or the rings and the gifts. I don't see a point in that. I don't see a point in that. It's like, yo, I have that memory in my head. I know exactly everything we went through. I'm obviously gonna get thoughts in my head when we go over here or go over here when I do something or when I go to a restaurant or something like that. When I order something, I know I ordered it with you or something like that, you know? But I don't feel like you need something to constantly remind you of that.
But who said it's constant though? It doesn't have to be constant. Like it can be down in the basement in a box full of a bunch of my other stuff from my past, like just there. Like, and until I choose to go look for it, that's when it becomes a problem. Why am I looking for it? But I know it's there. It's a part of my story. It's just like our album books from when we're younger. We don't go looking at them every day. Like it's whenever we come across them or like we find them that it's there and then you remember and you get over with it. Like it's the next, on to the next.
It's
But like-
it's an emotional attachment.
It is, honestly.
not
But I get that.
I'm telling you.
What's in that situation?
Yeah.
I can tell you
Exactly.
situations I've been in and it stayed the same. And I've had this conversation with her the other day where photos mean nothing. Like to me, like I hold them at no value. I like memories only because like I have shitty memory of my past. And like
I'm a
even
visual
things
learner.
of
I
like
like to-
sometimes I don't remember stuff me and my family did until like my mom will go open a box and be like, do you remember this? And I'm like, I don't. But that photo's all I have of that memory.
Right. Okay.
So it's like I I already know how my brain is, and I know I don't hold it at too much value to stay in here. But if I see that picture, it means something, and I'll be like, yo, like, I love this picture, and I don't remember what happened. I don't remember where it took place. I just remember the photo, and like, that's it. That's all it means to me.
I know, but I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing.
Yeah,
everything they've said, I completely understand. I completely understand.
Individual thing.
No, I completely understand. To each their own. I completely understand. It's just if I were to say personally, me, I don't dwell on the past ever. No matter what it is, I don't think about it. I don't look at it. I don't hold anything about it.
Yeah.
I just think about the present and the future. And inshallah, I don't get divorced because this conversation was a little bit negative at times. You know what I mean? What about you? Because you look like Martin Luther King. You have something to say to us.
No, I agree with everything. Yeah.
What do you mean?
So you mean you agree with everything every single person has said today?
There's different perspectives.
I feel like no, you just have to respect whoever you're married, depending on how they feel, right? It's not really about if a guy feels insecure, maybe it's because they're being vulnerable. You know, guys are not really prone to being vulnerable. At the same time, if a girl really wants to keep it, makes you happy, do what makes you happy, right? So it's just to find a balance. Because at the end of the day, you're marrying your partner. You have to respect each other and trust each other. So it just depends on you two. You guys communicate it out.
Yeah, communication.
This guy chose a safe way out. He chose a safe way out.
It's a great way out to end it.
Yeah.
But would you say guys are not really vulnerable sometimes?
No. Guys are not used to being vulnerable, so that's why they're insecure about
sometimes
that.
a girl is not used to being
100%.
vulnerable.
It goes
I agree. Vice versa. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying if a guy feels about like
Insecure about it?
yeah, that's why it's
Yeah. I get that.
Me personally, I think it depends on the value. So if it's something like a sweater and stuff like that, maybe you don't have to return that. But if it's like a car, maybe jewelry, rings, or whatever, out of respect, I would come to that person and say, yo, do you want these back? I'm not gonna say, yo, you got this for me, I'm keeping it. I'm not gonna move like that. I'll say, yo, do you want these back out of respect?
Yeah.
If they say yeah, no hard feelings. If they say no, you can keep it, I'm gonna keep it moving. So
But you're gonna go and ask. You're not gonna wait for them to ask.
Nah, I would ask.
Is what
too,
you're
still.
saying?
I would go and ask, yeah. Yeah, I would go and ask.
So you don't even know if they're thinking about it or not. You're gonna go ahead and just
I'm gonna
bring
go and
it
ask.
up. And
Yeah,
you
out of
wanna
respect.
ask?
Yeah, out of respect, I'll just do that.
Okay.
So I would think, me personally, I wouldn't want the ring back. I wouldn't really care for it. But at the same time, I wouldn't understand why
They're holding on to it.
they're holding on to it. So it doesn't make
They
sense
kind of made me understand though.
for memories.
Nah, but like the way they explained it. No, but the way they explained it, fam, they kind of made me understand. Like everyone has a different explanation and thought process in their head. So we can't really go against anything they're saying. That's their thought process. That's what they believe. You know what I mean? So it literally to each their own.
Yeah. Actually, you're right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But out of respect, I think it should be asked.
Everyone has a personal opinion.
I don't think it should be. I think like if the person wants it, they can vocalize it and communicate with me and ask me. But I'm not gonna come to you.
I feel like that's more disrespectful. Imagine.
But that means that's even more respect to different people. That's respect to different people because what I consider respect and what you consider respect might be two different things. Like she says, she would wait till the person asks. I might say no.
Because I'm assuming that's not something they're thinking about. I'm the type of person. If you want anything from me, just ask. Like talk to me, communicate with me. Otherwise, I'm not thinking about what you're thinking about. What ifs or this or that.
By the way, you know that ring that I got you? Yeah. Mind if you give it back to me?
That's literally why I'm like my whole response is the way it is because I'm not expecting anybody to ask for anything back. I'm the type of person where like if you're giving someone to something, I believe you're giving it to them and it's theirs now. It belongs to them. Whatever it is. If I come to you right now and say, Amir, here, this is for you, I will never even think anything about asking you back. Ever. That's what I think. So that's why I feel like it plays that way.
Okay. Buy a house together.
That's what you think.
Buy a house together, fam. I've never heard that. Buy someone a house.
You said my name, like,
that's crazy. 5 o'clock. That's your
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
I think everyone needs to do what is healthy to them. So like you, in that moment, if I think it's healthy for me to get rid of it, depending on however the marriage ended, I'm going to do what is healthy for me. I can't speak for anybody else, but all I know is that I probably would keep what I want and give away somewhere else what I don't want. But it's up to me and in that moment how I feel, like the circumstances, that's it. but everyone needs to
Then
do
again,
what's
like,
healthy
it's
to
different
them.
too. If he cheated on me, like
I'm not gonna
that's a
want it,
whole
yeah.
different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
like,
Of course. Yeah,
If
I
it's-
get
yeah.
that.
but like
It
if
depends
there
on-
was, we ended it off and there was no real like bad anything, like bad blood, nothing between us. Why do I have to like? Well, you're still a person. You're a human that I appreciated for everything you did for me, and this is.
Thank you. Next, Ariana Grande.
Thank
sent
you.
it.
Next,
Yeah,
literally.
that song was really good.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Yeah.
Everyone
really
taught her
good.
something. That's
Yeah,
why.
I think honestly,
Speak your truth, Elisa. Don't worry.
speak my truth.
We're standing.
I
Speak
only
your
say the
truth.
truth.
You want to say the truth?
Thing,
hold
no.
anything.
So I'm with Amir. I'm with both sides, but like it's different approaches, right?
I'm trying to understand the other side.
other
but
side
you know,
is
like
saying
it's like
it's a sign of disrespect if somebody's like from my perspective, it's a sign of disrespect if somebody's asking for it because at
Yeah.
that it signifies bad terms. You know what I mean? There's some type of tension there. If it was good terms, you'd wait. If that person asks, do you want it back?
right. That's how I'm
That's
seeing it.
I get that. I get that too.
Yeah,
That's respectful. So then at that point, you can say yes or no depending on if you want to leave them. But however, that ring, whatever it is, it's an emotional attachment. That emotional attachment, whatever you look at it, you get back that you reminisce to that exact.
In my
moment.
opinion, I feel like it should be returned though.
But yeah,
But can I say
if you-
something?
In my
if
opinion,
you
I feel
want-
like it should be returned.
you want
I
to-
feel like you
Also-
guys shouldn't say what disrespect is because in that
Yeah,
moment,
right.
I might not even be thinking about the ring
Yeah,
or
yeah.
about any. I might be so hurt in whatever happened, like I just lost this whole chapter of whatever.
I don't
The
wanna let
ring
this
or
thing go.
material is the last thing I'm thinking about, and then for you to like come all of a sudden like say, oh, like I want the ring back, or like you didn't even think about asking, would be like. I'm still trying to like cope with everything that just happened, and now you're telling me the ring too. Like, I think there's a time and place, so I feel like you shouldn't say what is disrespectful.
And what
If
is
3 years pass and the person think, then okay, we have a problem, but like, I
Yeah.
feel like don't put a time limit or say that's disrespectful.
Okay.
Yeah, or don't say anything.
I get
You know, nothing nice to say. Don't say anything
Stand
else.
your words.
Yeah.
What was it?
No,
Sneaky
if I
stuff?
withhold the truth.
Withhold the truth.
Listen, I think I feel like we all got our opinions out.
Yeah.
So
Wrong.
yeah, I feel like it was a good topic. Why? Oh, okay. I feel like it was a good. Nah, because you've been doing this to me all day, fam. This guy. Okay, I just want to say I feel like we all got our topics out, and thank you for the special guests.
Yeah, thank you guys for showing up.
you
This is
for
the
having
first,
us.
the first
Yeah.
set of
Female
ladies
guests.
that came.
Female guests.
We appreciate the strength. Not a lot of
It was good. I liked it.
I know.
There's a lot of
I'll be
strength.
honest.
good.
She taught me a different way of thinking.
Yeah.
Because I didn't look at it that way and I didn't understand it, and I would look at it like, yo, nah, that's stupid. But I get it now. I understand it.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Comments.
I was
I want to see what they say.
coming in rough. Yeah, we're all coming in rough.
Yeah,
but now
facts.
it's
I was
like,
prepared.
Like,
Nah, I was
now,
prepared.
like,
I was
damn.
in it. Yeah.
I was anxious too. I was like, I wonder what they're gonna say. Like, they're
Nah,
gonna.
nah.
I'm like,
It was good. It was good.
No, it was
But
good.
yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys think. Stay on your toes, live life with no clothes. It's Unspoken podcast.
subscribe, like, comment.
comment what you guys think. Should
Share
the guy
us
return the
and
ring? I
everything.
mean, no. Should the
Can
girl
I say
return the
something
ring?
real quick?
Yeah.
I also really appreciate you guys for being really accommodating, like for me not being on camera and stuff.
Oh yeah, no problem. No problem.
that's
Just
good.
letting other girls know too, like
Yeah,
just in case, like
listen,
you know,
guys.
like,
I know. If you guys are afraid to come on camera,
Don't worry, we
Not
can
afraid.
accommodate for that.
Not
Just-
afraid.
Comfortable.
Or
Thank
they
you,
don't-
thank
oh,
you
yeah.
guys.
Comfortable.
Thank you guys for coming
Comfortable,
on.
yeah.
Thank you guys for coming on.
no, thank you guys.
All right.